It's fall, which means yet another pumpkin recipe. Today's recipe comes to us from the wives of the Jaycees. This cookbook is from 1970 and it's called The Favorite Recipes of Jaycee Wives, Quick and Easy Dishes, including low calorie, although today's not so much in the low calorie. We're making Choctaw Fault cake, which the Choctaw Fault is in Oklahoma and is apparently a regional name. And so this comes from Oklahoma, and the person that this recipe is accredited to in this cookbook is from Oklahoma. So I'm hoping that this Oklahoma pumpkin chocolate cake is pretty good. I think it's gonna be. Let's check it out. The cake is pretty simple. All you have to do is dump all of the ingredients together. And as I dump them into the mixing bowl, I'll show you the amounts on the screen. This is going to go into a 350-degree oven for about an hour. Once the cake is out of the oven and cooled, we are going to move on to the frosting part of the recipe, which calls for 1 stick of Oreo, which I am not going to use. I'm going to use butter instead. Calls for 3 ounces of cream cheese and a tablespoon of milk, which we are going to blend together before adding the dry ingredients. We're then going to add the remainder of our dry ingredients, including some cocoa, some powdered sugar, and some cut up pecans. We're also going to add in some vanilla, as well as chopped pecans. The taste is actually really good. However, it's a really dense cake. It's not as light as I would prefer for a cake. The flavor though, it's very strong. There's just enough chocolate in the cake that it makes it not just a pure pumpkin cake. And the frosting has more chocolate than the actual cake does. So the frosting adds that chocolatey as well as that nutty flavor from the pecans. And I think that this works really well. It's heavy, it's dense. I will say that the cake did not cook entirely in the middle. I think if I had left it in the oven for any longer, the edges would have burnt and that would have not been a good flavor. So instead I decided to let the middle just be a little undone. If I were to do this again, I think I would probably divide the batter in 2 and make it into 2 circular rounds. Or perhaps put it into a larger rectangular pan. The recipe did not say what kind of pan to use, so it's always kind of a gamble when the recipe does not say what pan to use. However, the flavors are really good and I 100% would make this again, even for company, perhaps as an alternative to a pie on Thanksgiving. You could do something like this. Really strong recipe, highly recommend. Give it a try. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time on Recipe Reviver.